Okay, good morning and welcome to this week's vlog. Today I'm going to be talking to you about your leadership umbrella and how it can be relevant for you to step forward in your leadership journey. So let's put our best foot forward and see where we get to. Okay, so I mentioned last week I was going to do something about an umbrella, and typically, I knew this, it is started to rain. We've had a little bit of a wet couple of days. Hope you guys have had a fab weekend. And this reference, obviously I was imagining myself walking around a field with an umbrella and it not raining and getting some funny looks. So I'm quite pleased it's raining. It's very rare that happens. So what do I mean about your leadership umbrella? Let me explain, okay? I always think about different concepts, different ways of you thinking about your leadership journey, you developing and moving forward. Think of your umbrella as your leadership. So it's your leadership experience, your tools, your exposure, all those different things that you've gone and you've built over time. So what you might have found, whether you're at the start of your leadership journey, you might feel like you're being rained on and you don't even have an umbrella as far as a skill set or an awareness of leadership. So those people who are 30, 40 years down the line with their leadership journey, they were almost walking around with a gazebo. But do we ever look to stand still? Well, the answer is no. Okay, you should always be developing your leadership umbrella. And what I mean by that is, it's like we said at the start of your journey, you might feel like you're getting rained on, you haven't got the tools, the experience, and you're getting a little bit wet, okay? But we're moving around and you'll quickly build those skills to have some form of shelter. A prime example of this is a client I was talking to last week about the fact of people in the organisation are really good at what they do and they're highly skilled, but they're lacking the people side of it, okay? So the leadership side of it. So they are currently on the outside of their umbrella, and I kind of use it and talk about it as about your comfort zone as well. Because if you're under your umbrella that you've built over time and you're smack bang in the middle, you're comfortable, okay? You're not getting wet, okay? What we need to do is operate on the outside of our umbrellas to make sure that we're moving forwards and developing and pushing forwards. So it just makes people think differently. So imagine this week, I know in the UK, if you're not in the UK, you're probably going to have nice weather. That's not always the case, that's not a great statement to make. But when you're thinking about changing the perspective that you're thinking about, because remember, we want to help you, but we also want to help others, okay? So lots of people use these stories to make people think about it, okay? So think about your leadership umbrella, but then ask people to think about theirs. When was the last time they added to their leadership umbrella, which is their skill set? When did they last step outside their comfort zone? We're going to be doing lots of work with clients with Star Development UK to challenge, to work on vision, mission, purpose, because like I said last week, they're things that people haven't visited for a long time. They haven't stepped out their comfort zone. They've not operated at the outside of the umbrella. Sometimes we need to get a little bit outside of the umbrella and get a little bit wet and a little bit uncomfortable of where we're at. And it's not human nature. It's not human nature, okay? We've got to have that accountability and that little push sometimes. So hopefully this week that'll make you think about that. On the podcast this week, really big month this month. Obviously, I said last week we reached the 1 year anniversary, and we hear about the British Podcasting Awards, whether I've made the shortcut, the short list. That'll be amazing. And this week on the podcast we have Deb. So Deb Cadman, she's from a HR background. Something that I'm not very used to, and I like the diverse conversation. It makes me think about different people in different perspectives, and just a fantastic person to have on the podcast. She's part of the Star Development UK team for that very reason. Okay, she brings a different dynamic. Really like the way she delivers. I've got to know her last couple of months, more than a couple of months. But yeah, just a really nice way of bringing a different perspective to the podcast, which, as you guys will know so far, that's what it's all about. Okay, changing, thinking differently, and leveling up. So remember, make sure you've subscribed to this channel. You will get every Wednesday at 6 a.m. an amazing person on the podcast, and then you'll get me walking around, hopefully not all the time in the rain, talking about things that you can maybe think about and share stories and think about moving forward with your leadership journey. So have a great week. Did I say when they come out? 6 a.m. every Monday. Don't worry, you don't have to be up at 6 a.m. But have a fab week, have a productive week, and let's keep stepping forward in our leadership journey. Speak to you soon. Bye.